Samsung S27R650 FDN, SR650 Series 27-inch IPS 1008 IP. My 2014 Mac Mini cannot support 4K, but handles 1008 IP well. User feedback 1. Without limitation, I was looking for the very best 1008 IP display I could find. I'm extremely pleased with this display. Very sharp but not pixelated. Has a sharpness setting that changes the blend between pixels. Colors are very vibrant. I'm very pleased. Have owned a number of 27 displays. This is probably the best for image quality. I cannot speak to gaming. Only use it to view videos and photos and text, and for that it works very well. Might buy a second one. User feedback 2. Crisp, clear, gorgeous picture. Text is crisp, no shadows. Colors are vibrant. High-quality nature photos are gorgeous on this monitor, and it worked perfectly right out of the box with no futzing around with fonts, etc. Chose this for compatibility with my mid-2012 Mac Pro desktop Silver Tower computer. Works perfectly. I did need to buy a DVI to HDMI cable as none of the included cables covered. I replaced an existing 10-year-old Samsung monitor of the same size and resolution, needing a lighter weight wall monitor for my new desk setup. The old Samsung was still working perfectly, but we're now in an RV rolling around the country on bumpy washboard roads, and everything gets jarred. I didn't know how long the old girl would last, and I didn't want to try to replace her when we were a million miles from civilization. So I chose this moment for a new one while it was easy to do. Excellent picture quality. I'm stunned that the picture on this really pops compared to my old 27 monitor with all parameters the same. 1920 x 1080 resolution. Running 60 Hz. 16:9 aspect ratio. 1000 contrast. 5 ms response time. 16.7 million colors. As for usage, I spend much of my time in word processing or reading PDF, but I also produce print quality graphics. My only complaints are that it doesn't have much of a frame. I like having a solid monitor frame so that I'm not touching the screen to move the monitor, and in the RV I do have to move it. The other thing is that the controls button is in the back. And as far as I can tell, everything is done from that button. If you want or need to go into the control panel for the monitor, I prefer those controls to be in the front, on the frame, as actual buttons. That said, minimal frame monitors with buttons on the back seem to be all the thing these days, so I must be in the minority for preferring the other way. Still in all, I'm delighted with the Samsung Business S27R650 FDN. This is my third Samsung monitor through the years. Previously, I had a 2010p 2770 HD 27 monitor and a 2008 2693 HM monitor. The 2008 was mine, and the 2010 was my husband's. My 2008 gave out a couple years ago, and he gave up his 2770 to me. It's still working, but I upgraded to a new one anyway.